Mental toughness? Mental toughness doesn't come from sitting on the couch. It doesn't come from wishing it would come true. It comes from putting in the work, and you have to start developing your mindset. Mindset is not developed by wishing. Mindset is developed by doing and actually putting in the practice.
Greatness is a step away. Take that step. Life isn't perfect. Get used to it.
We're only 1% away from true greatness. I was only 1% from making that money, from being where I want to be, from having everything in life that I've ever dreamed of. But it's that 1% that we sleep on. It's that 1% that we wake up in that morning and we're like, you know what? Not today, maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what? That's why it's so easy to be great nowadays, because most motherfuckers are weak. And if all you do is when you are trying to hit that snooze button on life, not in the morning, on life, just know this, all the it takes is thinking about all those weak motherfuckers who are taking a day off. And trust me, you will come up real fast.
Life has to be hard.
Yeah.
It has to be difficult in some ways. It doesn't have to be, shouldn't be traumatic, shouldn't be, awful or painful, but things have to be hard for you to learn to do hard things.
Yeah.
And this world, like it or not, is going to demand that you do hard shit. If you want to have anything, if you want to be able to provide for your own family, have your own dreams, have, the things that you want to have, because if you don't do it, the guy next to you is going to do it better, or the woman over here is going to do it better, and you're going to lose out.
Some of the greatest successes definitely came from failures and definitely came from pain. I do believe we have to put suffering to work. So whatever you suffered through, whether it's building a great product, you suffered through personal circumstances that were incredibly difficult, or you suffered through working too hard and the circumstances were too unfair, but somehow you still got up the next day and kept going. You have to be able to get energy from pain. And I really mean that.
Never stop dreaming. It's something free. Of course you have to work. Of course you have to do, like you said, sacrifice. Of course there is a lot of things, but the most important thing is you have to dream. You can be young, you can be old, you can be whatever you want, but everybody can dream. And that's something free, and that's something give you the power and the patience to do the things after.
Dream. I was poor because I didn't have anything. I had no money, I had no things, we had no TV, we had no refrigerator, we had nothing as kids, but I was rich because I had a dream. Dream of becoming the greatest bodybuilder, and I had a dream to use bodybuilding as a means to get into films. But I had no idea that it would go as far as it did.
When you have a dream, the one thing you have to watch out for are those out there that will try to crush your dream. And you cannot allow that to happen. That is your biggest challenge. So I challenge you to have your dream, go after it with all you have.